Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel.
It's all about the dough.
And this is my lovely assistant Emma. She happens to be my daughter as well. Isn't she beautiful? Gorgeous. Anyways, today we're going to be showing you how to make the Biga pre-ferment for your pizza dough. Now, I've seen a lot of videos online where it shows to make this Biga recipe, and some are really complicated and other ones I found are pretty easy. I will be posting some links in the comments below so that you can go to those videos where I learned to make this Biga, and which I personally think is probably the easiest way to make the Biga recipe. Okay, so what we're going to need here first is we're going to need 600 grams of 00 flour. We need 300 milliliters or 300 grams of water. We need about 5 grams of honey, and we also need about 5 grams of dry yeast. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be putting the 600 grams inside this container. Now the reason why I'm using this container here is because this is what's going to make the process pretty easy, and pretty much you're not going to even get your hands dirty in this process. Okay, so once we got that inside there, we're just going to shake that about like that just to make sure it's nice and even inside the actual pail here. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to take the honey and then mix it with our water. Okay? Let's get a spoon inside there. There you go. And we're just going to do that. And the purpose of the honey basically is to make sure that the yeast has something to feed on. Okay? Kind of accelerates the whole process. You don't have to add the honey if you don't want, but for this particular one we like to just get that yeast activated a bit. Okay? I'm going to stir that inside there. Okay, there we go. And once that's all emulsified inside there, I'm just going to set that aside a bit right there. Okay, now what I want you to do here, Emma, is I want you to take the yeast here and kind of just sprinkle it all around. Okay, get that evenly over there. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Okay, we're adding to the dry element. Okay, and basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to give this a sort of a shimmy. Okay, going to move this stuff out of the way so you got some room to move, and we're just going to shimmy it like that. Okay, nice and easy, tossing it all around. Just want to mix that yeast evenly inside there. Okay, there you go. You don't even have to toss it, tap it, or anything like that. Just basically moving it from back to forth like that. Okay, and that's going to mix your yeast evenly inside there with your flour. Okay, there you go. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is I'm going to get Emma here to pour the water. Okay, in a second there, Emma, while I shimmy the actual container back and forth. And what this is going to do, it's going to create water streaks, and it's going to give me that long, nice doughy consistency that we're looking for. And I'll show you in a minute what we mean basically. Okay, so Emma, you're going to start pouring that in slowly for me while I toss this. Okay, now I got a little helper here. Okay, just stop for a little bit there. Okay, you just want to toss it like that. There we go. Okay, mind if I just take over there for 1 second? So basically what you want to do is with one hand like this, and just slowly, just like that, moving it all around. Okay, and get that in there. And once that's all inside there, you never kind of want to pull it too much on one spot. Okay, but basically you're just tossing that back and forth like that. Okay, there you go. It's going to kind of create these little miniature balls and lines. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I mean. Toss it around like that. Seems pretty easy, right, Emma?
Yes.
It does. Okay. Is there anything you want to tell our viewers to do to maybe follow this channel?
Make sure you subscribe and like down below.
There you go. Okay, and make sure you share with your friends too, guys. Okay. So we're going to do this for about 5 minutes or so. Emma, can I get you to keep doing that while I grab the dough scraper? Here. doing that. And don't give them. Here it is. Perfect. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, so basically you want to kind of get underneath there as well. That's where you're going to get those straggly lines. You kind of want to just lift it and turn like that. Don't clump this together. You're not forming an actual dough ball, okay? And that's important because we don't want to form the gluten at this point right now. It's got plenty of time in the fermentation process to make that gluten stronger, okay? So right now we're just basically just going through that process, okay? There we go. It's good to have one of these dough scrapers here because you can get under and basically just scrape everything there at the bottom. Okay, because you want to get all that flour inside there. And you want to incorporate all that moisture. Right now we don't have that much moisture, but with this dough here, what we're going to do is about a 70% hydration. So when we let this ferment and come back to actually making the dough, we will be adding more liquid, okay? Now, the good thing about this Biga recipe here is that it's, you can go up to yield to about almost an 80% hydration of your dough. We're going to go with about a 70%. That's going to make that pizza nice and airy and nice and fluffy. Okay, Emma, if you can just toss that around a little bit just for a little bit longer. There you go. Guys, this is so simple to do that even a kid can do it, okay? And it's literally, there's literally minimal amount of mess inside here, okay? There we go. Okay, we'll do that for a few more minutes. Okay. And how was that? That's not tiring, is it?
No, it's perfect.
It's perfect, okay? There you go. She's actually doing a fantastic job here. This looks, guys, this looks amazing, okay? We got that ferment going there. All right, that looks good, Emma. Okay, so guys, if you guys can see here, I'm going to show you what we mean, okay? So if you look inside there, there you go. Okay, that's exactly what we want, okay? You want that nice straggly line. So here we go. I'm going to try to lift the piece up without trying to break it. But that's what we want, okay? That's the idea right there, okay? Then from here, what we're going to do, okay, we're going to put it into our container, okay? We're going to take this here. Okay, just scoop it up, just like that. Inside there. There you go. Okay guys, and what we have the end result is basically putting it in a container like this, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the cover on top, but we're not going to seal it down, okay? And you're going to let this rest at room temperature for about 2 to 3 hours, okay? After 2 to 3 hours, you're going to put it in the fridge and you're going to let it ferment for anywhere from up to 48 hours. So anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, okay? And then we'll be back with you guys in 48 hours, and we're going to be showing you guys how to make the pizza dough, okay? All right, guys, so we're back, and we've managed to come back after 48 hours, okay? So the power of YouTube. We have finished our fermentation of our Biga. So basically, you can see there, you can see some cooling there starting to happen right there, okay? So basically has a very distinct aroma to it. It's akin to almost like a brewer's yeast when you're making beer, okay? So what we're gonna do here basically is we're gonna take this out, okay? And my dough scraper inside there, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically cut it out into chunks and put it into our stand mixer. We're going to knead this with a little bit of more water and salt because we want to rehydrate this because right now we're kind of the hydration consistency that we want. Okay, so basically I'm just going to take it into chunks just like that, put it into your bowl. Okay. More pieces, that'll help a bit. Okay. So once we're done with this is going to give us the equivalent to about 5 pizza dough balls. And we're probably looking at about, I'm going to say about 250 grams each, give or take. Okay. Now the unique thing about this fermentation is you can also yield the dough to about an 80% hydration. Okay. And that's the reason why we're working with the stand mixer, because it's almost impossible to actually work with your hands. You can do it, but it takes a lot of time and effort. You're looking at about 30 to 45 minutes to actually knead that dough. And that's a workout on itself. So we're going to put this in the stand mixer, add the remaining ingredients, and then basically make a nice pizza dough. Okay, so we got our pre-fermented dough inside there. We're just going to put that into our stand mixer like that. You're going to need the dough hook attachment. Okay, there we go. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to set this off at a slow speed first, okay? And we're just going to basically knead that dough together to initially start off with, okay? There we go. Just do that for a few rotations there, okay? There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to that as well, just a little bit at a time. Emma, please. Okay, that's good. Okay, and we're just going to mix that up a bit. Okay. Let that uncover inside there. So while that's happening there, Emma, can you please start adding just a little bit of the water at a time, okay? There you go. Just adding it slowly, just like that. Okay? So you think you can do it like that, and just do it like that? Okay. You just kind of have to hold it up like that. Keep it away, just tilt it up a little bit more. You got it? If I let go, don't spill it. You can't go inside. Okay? At this point, you're going to add it all. Okay? Just like that. Dump that in there. Good. Okay, let's set that aside. Okay? And then from here, I want you to add the salt, Emma. We have about 20 grams of the sea salt here that we're going to add to the mix. We're going to start incorporating this. We're going to eventually go a little bit faster, okay? There you go. Pour that all in there. And you can see, already tell the dough's kind of hardening a bit inside there. You got the rest of that there, Emma? Okay, it looks pretty liquid right now, but don't worry, that dough is going to actually absorb all that moisture there, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and increase the speed. There we go. Okay. And this is going to basically knead here for the next 15 minutes, okay? So we'll be back. Okay, now that the stand maker is done blending, basically it's pretty much what it's going to look like there. Now my suggestion here is before you lift up the machine here, or retract the actual machine, just let it rest here for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. That's actually going to help release all the dough from the dough hook, okay? So we'll just wait about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so we got our dough here. As you can tell, it's pretty hydrated, okay? So basically we're just going to get that there, put it on our workspace, okay? Just be fast, to get your hands stuck. It's going to be a little sticky. If you're a little worried about how sticky it is, basically then we could add a little bit of flour. That's no problem. Okay, so we're going to basically let that sit there for about 1 hour at room temperature. So we're just going to cover that up just like that, and then we'll come back after an hour. So a minute, I'm just going to pre-grease my dough balls.
Can I make this one?
Okay, that's just going to prevent any sticking in the sides there like that. Okay, pre-greased here.
Now, if you're not going to use...
Okay, we're going to let those rest there. We're going to put those in the... You can put them in the fridge. Let them rest for about an hour or so. See how she does. Look at her go. Look how beautiful that is. Nice and risen. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at that, guys. Oh, that's beautiful. Listen. That's amazing. Gorgeous. What do you guys think?